Welcome back to Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. And on their 25th year, teaching people just like you how to trade and invest. We talked about short term income strategies on that last segment. I think a lot of people listening right now are looking for those extra income strategies, especially with the way things are going up in prices. Food, gas, travel. I just bought some plane tickets. Gosh, I swear those have tripled over the last few months. So we're seeing people looking for these strategies, but they want to be able to do that on their time in the evenings, after their job, whatever that may be. We explained these different leveraged asset classes that are open 24 hours a day that allows everyday people to have that potential to have that second income strategy. And if we have investing classes at our local academies, at Online Trading Academy, the sponsor of the show. If you're listening right now, we have these classes near you. So text right now for 2 free tickets for an investing class. Also, you're going to receive a financial quick start kit, which will help you get started right away. So text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's investing to the number 210-210. You're going to get a text back with some date options that might work for your schedule. We'll do these during the week. We also have these on the weekends, so pretty much anybody can attend. Text investing to the number 210-210. And Al, in that first segment, we talked a lot about 401ks and IRAs and kind of we talk about the good, bad, and ugly on this show. That was kind of the bad about, the markets. The markets are down. The S&P is about 20%, the NASDAQ 30%. So people are really struggling in their retirement accounts. And they're like, well, I don't want to just wait for the long haul. I don't want to wait for it to come back. I want a strategy for this down market. But you got to do that, or the only way you can do that is by self-directing, taking matters in your own hands, learning how to do that. So if you're new to the markets, it's okay if you don't know how to do something. You have to go and learn and get education to do that. So how do you help people? I guess, what is the easiest way for somebody to learn how to manage their portfolio themselves and be confident doing that?
Well, it's getting the knowledge from the people that know how to get more benefit out of the markets, that know how to teach you how to protect your assets. We talk always about, or often about, a retirement crisis. Well, I'll tell you, inflation and the recent movement of the market has just put a lot more people into that crisis category. And I referenced a few weeks ago a study that showed that in 2021, when the S&P 500 was up 20%,
Yeah.
over 57% of retirees lost 10% or more.
That's crazy.
Only 16% of them had returns of over 10%. So and now with the first half of this year, people have lost maybe anywhere from 10 to 30% of what they had in those retirement accounts. So that crisis has just gotten worse. That's why it's so important to have the knowledge to be able to take advantage of what is available in the markets. And if you have that buy and hold strategy and you're using that into retirement and in retirement, then you're really getting hurt. The first half of this year was a blow to people that are just holding on, hoping that things get better, maybe not even looking at their portfolio because they don't want to see the damage.
That's what some of those crazy articles say. Don't look at your portfolio. That's your hard-earned money. If you're listening right now and you haven't paid attention to your retirement account, plan
Look
to
at
go into retirement and say, I wish I would have done something different.
Yeah. Well, and the concern is now also people are drawing down money from their 401ks because the cost of living has just gotten so much higher.
Yep.
A lot of people are having to kind of rethink their retirement, rethink their lifestyle in retirement. But if you're drawing down your assets now to pay your bills to live, you're selling things at a lower price. You may be selling something that's 10 or 20% lower than it was 6 months ago. So how great would it be if you had the education to know, number one, how to protect your assets, so when the market corrects or crashes, which it is doing now, has been doing, your losses are minimal to non-existent. But better yet, what if you could benefit and you were actually had a potential profit when these markets are going down? And here's the important thing. Years ago, people could rely on a pension to get through retirement.
Yep.
And with a pension, you knew no matter what you spent this month, you would have a pension that would be basically the same the next month. Now, with the 401k, that is now your responsibility, and you don't know from month to month what the value of that's going to be. But for sure, In the last 4 to 5 to 6 months, the value has been going down.
Yep.
The bottom line there is that you have the responsibility to provide what you're going to need in retirement. And if you don't have the right education, you may fall far short of what you will have. People are living longer, and the cost of living is much higher. So those are bad. It's a bad formula for financial security if you
Yep.
maybe live to be 85, 90, or 100 years. Your retirement portfolio might bring you through 70, 75, or 80. But what if you run out of money then?
Yeah, that's
And
the thing. It doesn't last forever. It's kind of like a snow pile. And I want to do a little exercise for our listeners here. And if you're watching on the YouTube stream, by the way, on our YouTube stream, just go to Investing with Confidence, but on YouTube. So here's an exercise. If you're listening right now and you have health insurance, raise your hand. Now keep them up. If you have car insurance, keep your hand up. Do you have homeowners insurance or maybe renter's insurance? Keep your hand up. Do you have portfolio insurance? And I think most people put their hand down. They're like, well, how do I do that? Well, it comes down to what Al is talking about is getting educated. Get educated on what are some of the opportunities to protect your portfolio from this crazy downturn that we're seeing right now. How long will it last? Who knows? But once you sleep better at night, knowing that your monies are protected, learn those skills and techniques to have that opportunity to have more longevity with that account. We have investing classes that dials into 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, TSPs, whatever those retirement accounts are, different strategies and techniques to protect what you have in there. So text right now. Text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free tickets. Also a quick start kit that will help you get started within that 401k or IRA, potentially right away. So Al, when people are taking over their own monies, it's self-directing. I know we got about a minute here on this segment. What is the best way to self-direct their account, or how does somebody get started self-directing?
Well, you can set up an IRA with almost every one of the brokers that are out there. If you have 401k money, especially like if you're retired or if you lose or leave your job for any reason, you can roll that 401k money into a self-directed IRA. First thing that you're doing that's beneficial to you is eliminating fees. The fees are like somebody cutting a hole in your retirement bucket and sucking money out on a regular basis. So you eliminate the fees. In a self-directed IRA, you can use the futures market, you can use the foreign exchange market, the stock market, mutual funds if you choose. Options is probably the best asset for you to use, both for generating income and for protecting your assets in retirement. But you have access to all of those things in a self-directed IRA. If regardless of whether the market is going up, down, or sideways, there are opportunities for you to benefit. And the 3 things that are really important when you go into retirement is, number one, if you've worked 30 or 40 years really hard and you put money into a retirement account, don't let that be taken away from you. Don't let somebody else benefit from you. So protection is huge. We show you how to do that in these classes. And then the second thing is, why not grow that account instead of just drawing down from your retirement account? Josh referenced a snow pile. It's like a snow pile. When the sun is shining, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Instead of letting that happen to your retirement accounts, why not grow it while you're protecting it? And then the most important thing is, how much income can you generate off of it? Because the income that you relied on before from a job, or for you people, a lot of people that don't have a pension, there's no income coming in from that. How do you generate income off of a retirement account? We show you how to do that. We talk about that in these classes.
Well, we show you the strategies that are designed for that.
Exactly. And the great thing is there are strategies that are available, accessible by all of you to be able to do that.
Yeah, and it's just learning different things. You talked a lot about earlier, you have to be educated. So you have to learn what it is. That's the knowledge. That's coming into these investing classes, and then start building the skills. It's kind of like riding a bike. You can, read a book or watch YouTube on learning how to ride a bike, but are you going to be able to do it?
Don't let Joe Biden teach you how to ride a bike.
That's another story, I think, there. But you're killing me, Al. But, it's understanding what these strategies are, and then do what they do, which is what the institutions are doing. self-directing. They're doing their own accounts. They're not relying on somebody else to dictate their future. So come into one of these investing classes. The great thing about these, Al, is they're free. They're 2 hours. They're during the week. They're also during the weekend, so anybody can attend. Text right now. Text the word investing for 2 free tickets to the number 210-210. That's investing to the number 210-210. You're also going to receive a quick start kit to your email, which will help you get started right away. So text the word investing to the number 210-210 for those free tickets right now. We'll get you a call and a text back and help guide you through that process. So in the last segment coming up here, Al, I want to help people be inspired. A lot of people are down on the market. They're down on their luck because their accounts aren't doing very well. Let's inspire people to do things differently and have more opportunities. And let's talk about those 3 C's as well. Coming up next. This is Josh and Al. We will be right back.